Hey, 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 hey. What's up, y'all? It's been a minute. Month of Sundays. What can you call it, Marcus?
Hey man, this has been a few in between times here, but we back. We
Yeah,
back. We
we
back.
back.
We back.
I wish I could keep this hat on when I'm with them, but you know what I'm saying? At them Atlanta Hawks, 1-1, we doing our thing right now. So, I'm excited about the Hawks and all that. But I'm happy to be back. We hadn't done this in a minute. We've been trying to get it together, but this ain't our first job. This is a fun job. This is something to do because, it's fun to do. So, hey, would you say I'm a father of a 5K? What's that T-shirt?
I am a father 5K. Go ahead and search it on the internet, Google it, sign up, and be on our team, Admiration Lodge number 25. It's going to be a virtual 5K for Father's Day. We're going to do it on Saturday before Father's Day. Sign up. It's going to be good.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Check that out.
Yeah,
Um,
man. So,
the games have started. I mean, we way behind on a whole bunch of sports, right? We've been trying to do our thing, but it hadn't been happening like we'd like it to happen. But it's what it is. Games already started. I mean, I'm jumping right into it. These
right.
guys. This game was definitely uh, a interesting start. But it looks like it's been kind of caught up to the game we expected. How you like it so far?
I think the game the games are going as expected. KD and Kyrie doing their thing, and James Harden getting hurt. You would think that it would make it a much closer games in these series, but it seems to be playing out the way that the records show. Brooklyn was the highest scoring team in the league. You see, they doing their thing. What's really surprising though is that the Bucks have a better defense, but they really not showing me that their ability to slow down in these guys. So unless the Bucks gonna pick it up, I don't think they have enough scoring to really keep up with the Nets because is they go cold and they go ice cold, and you can't really do that against this team.
Yeah, and I just saw Giannis shoot a three, and you already know that's not what's up. That's definitely not what's up. Sorry about that. Um, what do you think the keys for them to win? Coach Bud, he's a Popovich student or pupil, and he likes to stick to what he already knows. And I think sometimes this thing is he needs to switch it up. Giannis holds the ball a little bit too much for me.
See, the Bucks going into desperation mode from their past failures in the playoffs. They starting to panic and they starting to not do what they usually do. The optimal game plan here is to go on the inside because the Nets don't really have an inside presence, and you got Giannis and Brook Lopez. So it needs for them to win. It needs to be more of a half court game more than this up and down shooting J's, shooting jumpers and threes because that's what the Nets do, and they're gonna hit more than you more 9 times out of 10. So I think unless they slow it down and try to do a half court type of game and use their inside presence, they really don't have a shot here because this running back and forth ain't working out.
No, it's not. I mean, they were up, I think 30 to I don't know 30-9 when I saw it
11.
was 30-11, and
Yeah.
now the game is only
Yeah.
down three with 4:48 left in the second. I'm streaming, so y'all might be ahead of me. So please excuse me. I don't have cable. I have streaming services. But yeah, I think that's the same thing I was thinking. I mean, because you're not really utilizing Brooks Lopez. Him shooting out at the 3-point line, that's a win for the Nets defense to me. I mean, because it's nobody in there that can handle him. The young guys are too young, and then Bruce Brown, even if they put Jeff Green in, just too small. But they still kind of getting Giannis at the top of the key and holding the ball, being ball dominant, and as you see, they walked him down. Uh, what's the outcome of this series to you?
Um, the way the Bucks been playing and the way it's been going, I don't think tonight's gonna be a blowout. It's hard for me. I went in thinking that the Bucks would come in and redeem themselves after that embarrassing loss last week. But I'm gonna say the Bucks will win maybe 2 games out of this series. I wouldn't be shocked if they only won one. Not really confident in what they got going on. It's hard, man. It's like teams don't even run plays anymore. It's like pick and roll. Okay, can you work off of that? It's not like I'm a set play, put Giannis in the post or whatever. So it's going to take a disciplined team to beat this run and gun Nets team. And Milwaukee is falling into that trap. So I'm going to say a 4-2 series win here.
Man, I'm saying 4-1. I mean, if they win tonight, they found some kind of way because they are out of sync a little bit. The Nets are, but it's a better game. It's not a blowout, and Milwaukee looks a little bit more competitive. I give them one at home, but after that win, I think this is a 4-1 party. 4-1 party. What you think about that?
41. I wouldn't be shocked. I'll put it to you like that. I wouldn't be shocked.
And talking about that, when they do go 4-1, this fella right here is in trouble.
Coach Bud, to me, still hadn't shown that he has the ability to control the game like the coach needs to in order for his team to win. It's like I don't know. It's like a stale cracker. The cracker good, but it's stale. So I think that Coach Bud is getting a little stale with Giannis and the rest of those guys, and I think they need a new philosophy, man. Because the thing is they getting coached up to win the regular season, but when it counts, they don't make the critical decisions to do what they need to do in the postseason.
Yeah, I think he's got all of the talent. They put all the scoring around Giannis, but they still playing the same way. I just feel like Bud's such a smart coach, but why doesn't he make the decision to change the game plan? I mean, I guess he's like, this got us there. He's being stubborn like Popovich, and we just going to keep playing that way because he is on the Popovich coaching tree. I don't know. It just bogs me down. They're up against a juggernaut offensively. Whoever plays them is going to be trouble, but we definitely expected a different type of series from this game. I think after this they're going to be looking at somebody that's going to be a little bit more creative on offense. If they don't get it done this year, they out in the second round. I think they got out in the second round last year. Didn't it? It was the first round.
Same thing. Miami eliminated them last year,
and they put all their heart in that game. They made it seem like
right.
And that's Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. Come on, man. That's not. You can beat them all day with Giannis and Chris Middleton, but they got these animals now. KD just missed a free throw. I'm sure y'all watching, but, hey, he just missed one. So they've been stuck on 33-31 for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good one. It's a good one. Coach, so we got that series. We got a game later tonight. This game turned out to be the better game of the night the last time they played, Clippers and the Jazz. I was listening to SiriusXM with I think it's called the one with Antonio Daniels and the other guy, and they were talking about home court advantage, and he said that he thinks the Utah Jazz's crowd is the loudest crowd in the NBA. How you feel about that?
The loudest crowd I've seen on TV has been the New York Knicks crowd in the game one when they were playing. That was the loudest I've heard. The Jazz fans have always been known to be influential as far as being loud, but the Clippers is a veteran team, man. The thing about it is that the ebbs and flow of the game gonna be what they're gonna be, but it's not gonna be intimidating to these guys like that. But I do think Utah feeds off of that crowd for sure.
Oh yeah, it just seemed like I was listening to Antonio Daniels. He said, yes, this is one of the hardest places. He said, I don't know why. He said, I don't know if it feels like the bench, the fans are so close to the court. But he said he did have one magical word. He said, when there's nothing else to do in town, he said that everybody in the city jump on. He said, You go to the game in Miami, people showing up at 7. Game at 7:30, they getting at 7:45, 8 o'clock. He said Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Utah. Game at 7. They at 6. They at 5:45 p.m.
It's a hot ticket, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I was wondering how the Clippers, not that their defense is vaunted. I was wondering how the 3-point shooters of Utah in that first game, how they were going to fare against Kawhi and them closing out and staying close to them. First half looked like what I thought it was going to be, early, but that second half they lit it up. I mean, they were true to the 3. They did not stop. Bobby Portis with a jam. Same thing tonight. You think they get going early at 3, or it's going to still be a tight one and nail biter?
Nah, I'm expecting them to pick up where they left off and shoot that thing in the first half. I could see this being like the Jazz up maybe like 10 or something like that. You notice the Clippers really not a team that's going to really steal one. You know what I'm saying? They're not that type of team, because right now Kawhi, I think he used a lot of energy in that last series, and I think tonight he'll probably be even better. But I think what I'm seeing in the Clippers is that some of the players aren't really rejuvenated. Like a Reggie Jackson ain't playing like he usually play. Mm-hmm. Paul George surprised me. He played better, but then, the other guys aren't up to the same level as they were. Like the ones that didn't play were, but the ones that did aren't up to that level. So tonight's game, I'm looking for the Jazz to do another shooting display, but I think the Clippers are going to hang in there. It won't be a blowout.
You say that the Clippers lose this series. Some changes coming?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it.
Kawhi,
but I think it also means
Kawhi stay in and they bringing in more.
I think that Kawhi stays, and I think they're going to bring in more. Because this coach, their owner, he thirsty to win something. So I think he has a core set of players that if he adds certain pieces, he'll be good. So I think they'll add more.
Yeah, I love that Jordan Clarkson off the bench, boy. I tell you, I love him.
Yeah, man.
He get on just an instant microwave. He the new Vinnie Johnson. He come out shooting just as soon as he get on the court, shooting from the parking lot. Taking a little time on this little section today, y'all. Prize Picks, they actually are a company here in Atlanta. We've been trying to talk with them so we can be, partners, so we can get little codes and stuff like that for you guys to play. And me and Mark has been playing it for, what is that, last 2 weeks maybe?
Yeah.
We've been playing 2 weeks. So what Prize Picks is, y'all, Prize Picks is an over-under site. What I mean by that is, it's player props. So they break it down into fantasy points, if you guys know how fantasy scoring goes. Also, they break it down into individual points, so 3 points, assists, rebounds, and pure points. I've hit a couple of times. Marcus hit a couple of times. The last couple of nights we've been a little bit short, but Prize Picks is something that you guys can look at. We're trying to be a partner so we can get a code where they match 100% of your first deposit up to $100. So if you put $100 in, they give you 100, and you got 200 to play in. I'm trying to give an example of how that looks. Prize Picks. Don't look at my picks today, y'all, because they probably already doing bad.
Don't pull them up.
Yeah, I'm pulling them up right now. Hold on, let's see if I got that board up. Where is it? There it is. Let me cut to it. So this is what it looks like right here, y'all. So you get to pick. You can pick up to 5, but you have to pick 2, and you have to make a $5 bet. And on here, you get to pick the over/under. So on these particular ones, as you see, I did a first half where I got Bruce Brown over 5 points, Joe Harris over 7, and you see what he doing. But you have to get, this. So it shows you here 3 out of 5 correct. You get 0.4 times the money you entered. And so on. So, and if you tied, I think if you push, they give you a little bit too. So it's a pretty fun thing to play, especially if you're not really familiar with DraftKings and how it works, because that gets real funny. Speaking and staying with the NBA, the awards have gone out. I put the circles around the winners. It says finalists. How you like how everything shook out with this, Marcus, with the finalists?
Man, I think it's going as expected. Who ended up winning the Rookie of the Year?
They haven't put that out. I don't understand how the MVP comes out in between the player, the six man and the defensive player of the year. That's just weird. Like that's supposed to be the icing on the cake, right?
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Who knows what their reasoning is? But I definitely agree with all these picks, man. I think Yoke definitely did his thing this year, and he played the whole season, so he definitely deserved to be the MVP. And he's good, man. I'm sorry, that dude is good,
Cold.
and
He not
Gobert
good. He
been
cold, bro. He cold.
yeah, he cold blooded. And Gobert did his thing, defensive player of the year. I was disappointed in him the other night, but I think tonight he's gonna have a bounce back. But he get them rebounds, he blocks shots. He truly is a big man down low and protect the rim.
Yeah, he
And
they were debating that today, like and this was Amin El Hassan and Reggie Theus and all them fellas. They were chatting and they were talking about, do people in the league think Rudy Gobert is really like, a defensive juggernaut where they don't want to go into the lane and challenge him? Amin El Hassan had a funny reply. He was like, he said, yeah, I just think that, once you get one player saying he's soft, and the other players just kind of join in because, he said they just feel like the media is trying to make him nice. I mean, this is a defensive player of the year award. He don't have to have offense. I mean, this is defense, block shots, rebound, alter shot. And I really think he gets his value of where he alters shots. Like, there's no stat for altered shots. Like, he challenges you when you go to the lane. You got to shoot a little higher. You got to, you know how it goes. It's just when somebody's taller than you and it's changing the game. You're not used to someone jumping that high to get to your shot. We're at halftime here, 45-42. I think that that it was right. Draymond, that's self-proclaimed stuff. I don't ever see Draymond as. I mean, you think he's defensive player of the year?
no,
He doesn't do enough to protect the rim, personally.
Nope. And nobody is a challenge to go against him. I don't see anybody like, oh, I got Draymond checking me tonight. It's gonna be tough,
Mm-hmm. Marlon just chimed in. He said, "Can ATL win?" We'll get there in a minute, man. We know what the Pelicans doing. What are the Pelicans doing? Rookie of the year. I don't even know why they had the other two. Anthony Edwards. He had some highlights. Halliburton got hurt too, early, but the game changer. They made the playoffs. You got to give it to LaMelo. I don't even know. They should have just threw this out first. LaMelo, rookie of the year. What you got?
I think LaMelo polarized the league, man. He got him going, but I'm really worried about him with the time he had to miss. That going against him. So I think Anthony Edwards probably is going to end up being the rookie of the year because
with the curveball. What's the over under on that? They got an over under on Prize Picks for us to choose who's going to be the rookie of the year.
No, that's a good question.
They do tip off.
That's what I think it is.
I'm gonna do.
I think one day. I think he's rookie of the year for sure.
Man, he had some highlight dunks, boy. Man, he put some people on some posters. Welcome to.
He did his thing. He's going. These three guys in the league is in good hands. They're gonna.
Halliburton got such a janky shot though. You ever see him shoot?
Yeah, but he make them.
Yeah, he shoot like kind of how Jaren Jackson does a little bit with the extended arm shot.
Versus,
the nice form come up through and then follow through.
Hey, but he rip them, so I let him have it.
Yeah. I hope. I'm glad I hope his knee and everything is good. But congratulations to the people that have already won, the Joker and the Frenchman, the Stifle Tower, and then of course we got Julius Randle being the most improved player. I forgot to put sixth player on here. That was the guy from New York.
Six man, Jordan Clarkson.
That was a pretty good one. I know they talked about D Rose. It's a good feel good story, but I think Jordan Clarkson. Both of them were valuable, but I think Clarkson was a little bit more valuable than D Rose. Most improved player, which means you still got some work to do to me. But Julius Randle got his, so he got to work on some new stuff too. He kind of the ball. He's like the new Carmelo in New York. Ball get to him and it just stopped moving.
Well, he got exposed, man. He ain't got handles like that, and it's different in the regular season, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of games.
You can do them guys any kind of way, but he got exposed by them old Hawks. He got to come up with a better J because that exposed J.
Exposed by who? Who he get exposed by? Hold on a second. Who he get exposed by? Who he get exposed by, man? Speaking of them, tomorrow night, It's going to be rocking at the State Farm Arena because the Pack is back. We got to get this game back. I hope we have Cam and I hope we have DeAndre to give us a little bit more defense on the perimeter. Keys to win game 3, Marcus, go.
Gotta hit the 3 ball, man. We gotta hit our threes. We gotta get open and hit them threes, man. Number 2, we can't settle, man. Move the ball around. Philly ain't moving all that well on defense. You got to move it around, get good open shots, and we got to rebound, man, because we too many one shots and out. So we got to rebound, and I hope the Hawks are learning how to be composed going down the stretch, because I feel like with Philly, we're going to be in some fourth quarter battles, and we can't let what happened in game 2 where we clawed back and then we just fell apart in the fourth quarter. So it's going to take
an early comeback. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they've spent a lot of energy trying to come back.
Right.
They just fell apart, went back down. What was it, 9 or 10 so quick? I was like, good Lord. But my keys to them winning, number 1, protect the ball. They had 18 turnovers last game. Trey got to have composure when it get tight. I mean, he's going to be in a friendly setting. You know, he's going to want to perform for the city. And you know that how it works. The NBA, they want the home team to, you know, do their thing. And he's one of the league's up-and-coming stars. So use that to your advantage. Get them calls. Keep going to the hole. I mean, every pass does not need to be made. That's what I say. Sometimes you don't have to make that fancy and try to throw the lob every time. Take what they give you. You're right. Second thing, 3-point. Hawks was 11 for 30 last game, and Philly was 50%, 12 for 26 roughly. We got to definitely hit those. At home, I think those shots are going to fall. And then also, when we do get a long rebound, we get out on the break. I mean, Embiid is, you know, he's hurt. He's lumbering. I mean, he's hurting. I mean, you got Ben. You need to take it to the rack and try to finish strong. No fancy stuff go up, because last game Hawks had 9 fast break points and Philadelphia had 20. And that bench scoring, when that bench come in, they can't let Shake Milton get 15 points, man. They can't do it. I mean, I know he's not going to do that every game, but the bench got to come to play. But I think, you know, everybody's, you know, excited. We in the second round. The city going to be lit. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Hawks going to win this series, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, Hawks in 6. That's what Jamaica says. Hawks in 6. Hawks in 6. Sticking with our home team, a Clover G OG veteran has left the building. Julio, as you know, has gone to the Titans for a second round and a fourth round, I think. So what we got out of the deal. Cleared up some salary cap space. Bittersweet, but it's been 10 years? He's been here 10 years. He's 32-ish, I think, 32, 33. He gave us definitely his good years. Game-changing for either team?
I think Julio still gains the respect around the league to be a major factor in the games. So I think it's going to help the Titans tremendously, because if you try to stack the box to stop Derrick Henry, you got either A.J. Brown or Julio one-on-one out there, and that's going to be ugly. Or if you check them and leave the box open, then Derrick Henry going to have a field day. It's going to be hard to call with them because they got a new offense coordinator. I don't know what they're going to try to do this year, but I do think Julio still got some juice left in the trunk, man. But the injuries have always been his issue. He can't make it through a season without getting hurt. So if he can make it through the season without getting hurt, I think they're going to do outstanding, but I don't know if he can make it.
Man, I know he's excited about the potential of not being doubled, though. I mean,
he excited about the potential of a quarterback being able to throw the ball to him and get it out there so he can go get it.
Yeah, and they don't have to keep battling for it and pushing and fighting and running at the same time. Yeah, I'm going to miss him, but, I mean, I do wish him the best because he's a Bama guy. Number one, that's first. And secondly, he gave us he gave us his all. He never complained, tried to play hurt, played hurt, got hurt, tried to get back fast as he can. I wish we could have got him a Super Bowl here, and so he could have been kind of now just chasing rings and just living on the dollar. But I think it's gonna help him. But I'm excited about our young guys. I'm gonna miss Julio, but I'm excited about Pitts. I'm excited about Ridley. I know he had foot surgery. They said it was minor, so hopefully that's not gonna set him back. Tight ends. I mean, it's gonna be fun to watch, and hopefully we got a defense to match all that. But that's big ups. Staying on football and switching to college, You see, the Southland Conference is trying to pluck a couple of the HBCUs from the SWAC to come over to their conference. How you feel about that?
Well, HBCU football is kind of sacred because it's one of those things where there are rivalries, there are classics, there are things that have been around for generations, and being it's good and bad on both sides, and it's about what you're all about. So you go to the Southland, you're gonna get way more money from profit sharing in the conference, and that's gonna help the school to grow and help the school to become better in academics and facilities and things like that. But then on the other hand, you are going to destroy some of the things that are the foundation of your football team. So, and you got to look at the SWAC is coming up. They're starting to come on ESPN. They're getting more exposure. I think they'll end up getting a contract deal at some point. So, it's all about how you look at that. And me personally, I think that, I know how bad black schools struggle for money, man. But, I think the better days are on the way with the current situation.
That's kind of how I feel. I mean, I feel like it's premature. It's like taking the first offer that you were given, and like kind of joining somebody else. Got to follow their rules. Got to their goals, their tradition, blah blah blah. I just feel like you're almost there where you're getting like you say, getting a TV contract where you guys can have even a more dominant share, of the revenue and being a little bit more independent and not dependent on someone else to kind of tell you the lay of the land and how things are going to work. I think it's a bad idea. I mean, I just think they should just wait. It's so early. It's real hot out here on actually giving equal type exposure. This is all new, not new topic, but it's definitely being addressed. It's definitely starting to get addressed a little bit more. I think they should kind of hold steady, hold together, be one, and then see how it happens. Because eventually, I mean, you keep plucking it. As you saw, the Bama receiver just went to Jackson State. Another guy, the running back left. He went with down to Texas, I think, right? One of them running backs. But the wide receiver, he's going over to Jackson State, and that's kind of a start, like a trend. Maybe that's what you need to get those ESPN contracts, to get those high power games on, or even just any game. All those teams get exposure and get some revenue sharing. But I hopes it they stay put and hold strong and be one. That's what I think. That's me personally.
Yeah, the SWAC need to hold it together, man. The SWAC ain't as bad off as some of these other smaller HBCUs. So I think you can take your strong foundation and build something great and say you're a part of that.
And you built
Southland
the
Conference.
originators.
But I just wonder how much money they're gonna get, because I mean, if you got the SWAC giving you 10 million and you got the Southland gonna give you 100 million, that's a big difference.
Then there are some issues, but they not getting
Right.
100 million.
Right.
Not no Nubia. Nubia ain't getting no 100 million.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. So that's a situation we're gonna be watching closely and see what happens, because football season is upon us. Homecomings will be back. We'll be back. I will be on the yard for hours because it's gonna be amazing. Earlier today, women's softball, the Lady Sooners came back to beat the Florida State Seminole ladies softball team. I think they lost the first game, and then they won the next two. I think they tied it up.
Right.
And won the next two.
Right.
As you know, Oklahoma was the #1 overall seed, and that's the first. I didn't know that it was the first team to win it, like the #1 rated overall seed to win the tournament since Florida. I didn't even know Florida had a softball team that good. I knew Bama had one like that good, but we kind of performed with the greatest. But congratulations to the Lady Sooners of Oklahoma. So they're coming back to Norman they already in Oklahoma, aren't they? And
yeah, they were in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, so they're not going too far. That's a short bus ride. So they're not gonna get welcomed at the airport. They're gonna get welcomed at their cars in the parking lot of the stadium. So shout out to them. We got a fast show because Marcus actually want to watch basketball tonight. But hey, we got it going. Marcus recommended this. I forgot about this. What about Goat Biles? They talk about Goat James. What about Goat Biles?
Man,
She got
that
seven
girl
in a
bad,
row.
boy.
7 in a row. Seven.
Bad.
You bad when you got a move you do and they tell you can't do it because everybody else can't do it. They say you cannot perform this scenario because nobody else is able to do it. That's messed up. That's some old Shaq, Wilt Chamberlain type rules right there.
So I'm gonna take it to another level. So they had the Olympic trials, and guess what ethnicity are all the women that made the gymnastics team for the Olympics?
Mm. Mm.
All of them.
Yes, sir.
All of them African American.
In the words of Charles Barkley, athletic, athletic,
Nah, man,
athletic.
this girl is outstanding, man. She is one of the best that ever done this, man. And the stuff, if you watch her and see how effortlessly she do some of the most amazing things, man. She gonna win another gold medal at the Olympics, and it's gonna be probably a show. And it's like she's not even trying hard to do. It's like she's just doing what she naturally can do within her ability. And I'm talking about in all the events, not just the beam or just the horse or whatever. No. She's doing it on all of them. So it's a pleasure to watch this young lady mature and continue to be successful.
Oh yeah, they ratings for the Olympics are gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be watching. Everybody's gonna be watching. But congratulations, Miss Biles, 7th U.S. title. That's a pretty good record, man. That's a pretty darn good streak to have. Sports that's happening in the world. This popped up the last couple of days. Uh, the college football poll has come out with getting ready to meet this week or next weekend. I can't remember when it is they're meeting, but to talk about a change to the CFP. They're really tired of seeing Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State.
Ohio
Ohio State.
State, yeah.
Yeah, Ohio
Yeah.
State. The run of our dominance is not over. We get a bye. We actually get to rest another week because we will have one of those top 4 seeds. But they're trying to bring in some new heat to make it a little bit more interesting. And I think I'm not against it because can you imagine like you went to a school that was 10-0, 11-0, 10-1, and they never make it, like never even get considered. Your whole, and we may or may not beat them, but man, let us get a shot to see if we can. I like it. So as you know, the new rule, the format what they're trying to propose is the 12-team format, where the 4 highest ranked conference champions will be seeded 1 through 4 and receive a bye in the first round. Teams 5 through 12 will play each other in the first round on the home field of the higher ranked team. The quarters and semis would be played in the bowl games, and the national championship would play at a neutral site. So these playoff games could potentially be on campus of the higher seed team.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be nice. I like that.
But that's one of the disadvantages of being one of the top 4. So you don't get to host any playoff games at your home stadium. You got to sit at home. But what I say about this is that the most exciting game is going to be the first round games because you're going to have a bunch of cats from different conferences actually playing each other that aren't like the top team in their conference. They're not the champ. They're not the big dog. They're just a good team. And then you got another good team from another conference that's going to play. The part that I worry about is that it's set up for rematches.
Yeah,
and especially when you got the conference championships, you could potentially, if you play a team in the regular season, your conference championship, you got a chance to have to play them 3 times. So I don't really like that.
And it's hard to beat a team 3 times. I know. That's how we got put out of the regionals? The regionals in high school. We thought we was gonna win state, bro. We played Winona 2 times. We blew them out the 3rd time, bro. It's like the goal was so big for them, bro. I mean, they was throwing up stuff. They could have shot the ball behind their back, bro. It would have went in. I was just like, this is so crazy. I can't believe we about to lose. I can't believe it. Man, we had a bye because we won our area, you know what I mean? So all we had to do was play one game. Even if we would have lost that game, we still would have went to the thing because all you need to do is finish top and then you know how it worked in the area tournaments back in high school. But yeah, that's the
But
part
see,
I'm worried about.
but this is the thing, Kev. With the NFL playoffs, even the wild card teams, I mean, some of them you like, yeah, they ain't got a chance to win at all. But you still feel like some of these teams might have a chance to go through it. They might have had an injury or something messed up their record, and they got healthy at the right time. I mean, look at Tampa Bay, for instance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But college, you're not gonna have that, bro. I'm sorry, you're not gonna have a 12 seed winning the whole thing. That's just not gonna happen. That's just gonna be too hard for something like that to happen. So it's almost just like a false sense of hope. Like, okay, we're gonna let y'all in, but after you win that first game, you got a head buster come in the second game, and then we'll be right with the top four again, playing in the semifinals and in the championship.
Well, I mean, I think it can help them. I think it can help their recruiting because now the recruits will be like, look, we've been in, let's say, for example, this thing been going on for 10 what's the word I'm looking for 10 years or so. They can say we've been in there 5 times, and we getting all this exposure, these players in the league now. I think it can help with recruiting to these schools that are going to sneak in there because they're going to get 5. What was the bottom, the other 5 through 12? They said how they choose them. I can't remember right now off the top of my head.
It's the highest ranked conference champion is going to make it. So last year,
they're going to do 6. So 4, that leaves 8 left. So 4 like that, like a high seeded conference champions, and they're going to have 4 at large.
No, so like this. So for instance, what's his name? It's going to be 4. Yes, this one's going to be 4 locks, 4 champions. So like Coastal Carolina made it. Mm-hmm. They were their champion of their conference, but they were ranked 12th. So because they're ranked 12th, you got an Oregon who ended up ranked 20th, but they were the Pac-10 champs. Mm-hmm. Coastal Carolina's going to go because they're ranked higher than Oregon is, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's all, so like Gibbs said, it's about the money. They trying to, keep it because they have to let these other people. I personally think they should let them in a long time ago, but, you got to let the big conferences build up they endowments. Build up their endowments.
You don't get tired of seeing. We've been to the playoffs 6 times and we hadn't won a game yet. You're gonna get tired of seeing that.
Oh yeah, but some people just like getting there. Take a trip to a nice bowl game. That's gonna be
mediocre programs. Mediocre programs.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about no mediocre around there in T-Town. Like I say, folks, we cheer for the team. We don't worry nothing about the school.
No, roll tide.
Just roll tide for the sports. There you go. That's all we got for that one. But I mean, what's the score here? 53-51. Third quarter, Kyrie just pulled up, missed. They off tonight. Anything else you got? What you doing this weekend? Mark's coming to town.
Man. Oh, okay. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, he just called me right before we went on.
We didn't touch on this, but Hope Chad Johnson on Box Again.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, matter of fact, thank you for reminding me. Woo. This $100 million spectacle, as you say, this legalized bank robbing that Floyd Mayweather did with this young fella. I think, what do you think about boxing? Kind of funny now, but I didn't ever watch MMA until the COVID when y'all were watching and telling me about it. I was like, man, MMA is a little bit more exciting than boxing. Man, boxing just trying to go for anything right now, bro.
They don't have the entertainer in boxing at no level right now. Mm-hmm. It's like Wilder was coming into his own, but he got beat. Mm-hmm. Fury want to be that, but people write him off as crazy. Mm-hmm. Joshua, he's just bluff. You look at the prime time, Earl Spence Jr., he ain't got no personality. Porter, he a commentator, so you laugh at him. And then Crawford don't even get on TV because his promoter screwing him. You just don't have any personality in boxing to make people want to watch. And because of that, you're not getting a lot of pay-per-view advertisements out there for good boxing because it's no hype to it. These guys can't go on a promotional tour. Ain't nobody looking up what they saying at the weigh-in and all that good stuff. But let Floyd go to the weigh-in. You watching that? You know what I mean? Let Pacquiao go to the weigh-in. You watching that? So I just think that pro boxing just needs. I mean, they got some good fighters, but these guys need to have personality and sell themselves and get out here, man, and not act a fool, but gain some attention. You know, say, man, I'm finna knock this dude head or something. You know what I mean?
They, me personally, I think they need to have, like, just like Jake Paul. He come off of YouTube with, I don't know. They said he got like 5 billion views, man. I don't know what the check looked like for 5 billion views from YouTube. Like, so he got 20 million for this fight. But I'm just saying, like, he had that 30. Following. He had that Gen Z following. You know, they need to, I think they need to take to social media. I mean, Floyd, man, he don't even have to box. He's still talking smack. You know what I mean? Like, you know, hey, man, I'm always smiling, you know, like just kind of egging it on. He said, you don't have to watch, but deep down inside, you're going to watch. Like, think about it. Those same people say, man, I'm never doing this again. They sign up every time, bro, just because they don't want to miss something. Floyd got us again. Floyd got us again, but hey. That's cool.
People pay to watch Floyd because they want to see him lose more than they want to see him win.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And he played off of that so well. Floyd got 10 million up till he got 10 million up front, and then he gets 50 or 30% of the. I think it's like 30 or 50. I can't remember of the PP paper.
I heard his final cut was he got 100 million for the whole fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then they say Jake Paul getting 20 million.
He getting 30, I actually read.
YouTube sensation just made 30 million.
So I understand why he was so happy after the fight, man. You just made $20-30 million messing around. You know what I mean? And you made it through. So I'm like, I would be ecstatic, hugging. I won, bro. I won. I just got $30 million.
What you think the night was when they went to the Fontainebleau?
Oh, man. Boy. Man, they probably went in there and just acted. Him and his brother looked like he was already geeked up.
Oh, he was already gone, bro. He was already
I said,
gone.
They finna go out and get it.
Man, you know what made me laugh when they interviewed him, you know, because Floyd said he wasn't going to do an interview. And but your boy got him out of there, the guys from the podcast. I can't think of their name right now. But got him out to talk. But they interviewed Jake Paul, is it Logan? Logan Paul, and said, he's like, yeah, I should be nervous right now, but maybe when I get in the ring, but right now, I'm just kind of chill. I don't, you know. Just think about that money. He's like, man, look.
Think about it, though, Kev. Floyd ain't never been a knockout artist. So
yeah, he chose the right person.
It's
Mike
like
Tyson would have hurt him.
Oh, he would be done. It ain't no hurt.
When he got up close like that, Tyson would have wore that body out. Ooh, he would have coat.
If he want to make, I'll tell you like this: if he want to make 100 million, call it a career. Sign up to fight Mike Tyson. I guarantee.
I want his brother to fight Mike Tyson, bro. That ooh, man, he gonna tear them ribs up. And this game, this gonna tear this game. It's what 55-54. Yeah, we just vibing, y'all. Somebody, BG said he'd be dead.
He would.
Yeah. And then
his family would be rich.
Huh?
His family would be rich though.
Oh yeah, they'll be pushing him around a wheelchair because he got kidney transplants. But you know, hey, taking him to Goodwill. But yeah, Gip says right. MMA got masterpiece sales pitch. A bunch of fights out, put a bunch of them out, and flood the market. Boxing just take too long, man. You know, they don't let the. I mean, I'm sure some talent that's got some personality up below, but you got to like earn your cred to get up there. So it'll take a while.
But you got to think about it though, Kev. Like in MMA. You know, you get knockouts, you get people, you know, hitting the floor. You know, you get exciting things with MMA every time because they have to fight. Mm-hmm. With boxing, you have to build it up because you may get to the fight and they just might be hugging each other or they might be dancing around and not throwing all these punches, but you don't know. So that mystery, you have to build it up like, oh, yeah, Floyd gonna knock him out or blase blah. That's always been what boxing's been about. It's just you convincing the consumer that it's going to be an exciting time. You're going to see something you've never seen before. Mm-hmm. Whereas MMA, that's understood. You don't need to hype that up. And that's why Conor McGregor makes so much money because he also not only bring the action, he bring the hype. And when you bring the hype and you bring in the action, you $100 million man. So that's why every MMA fighter you keep noticing, they call out Conor McGregor. I want to fight Conor McGregor because they know that's who gonna bring them the money. Because he gonna get out here and talk his smack, all this, and more people gonna buy
him. They can play off of
exactly.
him. And I mean, I think Floyd does the same thing. Whoever he fight, look, this is what we gonna say. You know, this is how you play off of it. Because if you don't do this,
that's
you know,
right.
you're
right.
not gonna make no money. So don't take it personal. It's all business, man. I really don't. I like you, man. I like you for real. But we gotta act like we don't like each other. I mean, Floyd, man, master marketer, legalized bank robber. That's what he is. Illegal broad daylight, broad nighttime.
Hewitt said boxing is controlled by the promotion company, and he's absolutely right about that because I feel Bud Crawford is going to waste away because this promotion company won't allow him to fight these top dudes that's in his division. And I'm telling you, Kev, those are the fights that's going to make the money because they are good fighters and you know you're going to get the entertainment that you're paying for. So he needs to fight Earl Spence. He needs to fight Porter. He needs to fight these guys because these guys have shown they're good. But his promoter won't. He wanna fight for every dollar he can get and screw Bud Crawford's career.
Yeah, he definitely need to get that one. But we're gonna see how it shake out, man. Because do you think it's gonna be more of these social media stars fighting retired or current boxer MMA guys?
I think they caught their moment because in the next couple of weeks we got some legitimate boxing fans coming up. We've got some true boxing shows coming up. You got Tank Davis fighting back in Atlanta. You got Earl Spence fighting Pacquiao this month. You got Fury fighting Deontay Wilder next month. So I think real boxing, if they do it right and promote these things, I think this was going to take over with what's going to be going on in this thing. My neighbor Brian says Spencer wants 80% of the prize money, and you know what? That's probably part of it too, is that these guys are being real greedy. But, you know, they trying to grab as much money as they can because they're not making Floyd Mayweather money. They're not making Pacquiao money. I mean, Earl Spence about to get paid with this Pacquiao one right here. But under normal circumstances, it's got to be 50-50. You know what I mean? Because these guys ain't getting all that money like that.
Yeah, it definitely not getting Floyd money. I mean, because Floyd own everything, though. He owned the promotion. He owned the concession, he owned the parking. I mean, he owned the air that's blowing into the building. I mean, Floyd, you know,
merchandising.
He learned the game, bro. Because I remember we went out to the Floyd fight. Man, I bet you, bro, I saw at least 5,000 of them TMT hats. They were selling for $30.
30, 50 now.
Oof.
50.
That might have been 50. No, that was $50. You're right. It was $50. They were right. $50.
Yeah, he had nothing under $50. T-shirts was $50.
Man, I was like, man, he killing the game, bro. Legalized bank robber. We got to get us a shirt made like that. Bright idea. Legalized bank robbing.
He really is TMT. Pretty Boy Floyd is what they call him.
Yes, he is. From Grand Rapids. Brian
says that Bud gonna mess up if he go back to Top Rank. That's something for boxing fans to look out for. Bud Crawford got to re-up on his promotion, and if he was a smart guy, he would not go with Al Heyman. He'll get with the other promoting company and fight these dudes so he can make some money, man. Because one thing I saw with Floyd Mayweather and another fighter is that they fought for a long time, but until they got the pay-per-views, they didn't get paid. And that's what's going to get you paid. So, Bud, think about it smartly, man, and get in this race because these dudes finna rack up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people, they got a motion to bring it back. They see how – I mean, I think these guys are given a blueprint on how this thing should be. It should be, you know, social media. Get these Gen Zers who don't really know about fighting because these Gen Zs, man, they stream, bro. They buy Netflix, Hulu, get them involved, talk, you know, let them see. So I hope they let them be little peacocks. I'm
gonna tell you from experience, man. When I went to the Tank Davis fight in the State Farm Arena, man, it feels just like it look on TV, man. I got to get to Vegas to a fight, man. It's exciting. It's an awesome experience.
But you can't get off the slot machines, though. You can't get.
Hey, man, I can get off of them for them few hours. Let's go.
But y'all don't know. Marcus is the only dude I know go to Vegas and hit the slots jackpot 2 or 3 times every time. Oh, just and I'm over there rolling dice, and them dice just tumbling like I'm on a
It's
cruise
about
ship.
them drinks. It's about them drinks and sitting back and just watching the wheel turn, brother.
Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. So, thank y'all for watching. You know, we're gonna try to be a little bit more consistent. Called Marcus today, said, "Man, let's do a show today, man. We gotta get back moving." So we back. We got things going. This was pretty
We'll
smooth.
keep y'all entertained this summer during the dead period when only thing on is tennis, golf, and baseball.
Olympics,
Lot
Olympics, got the
in the
Olympics.
Olympics. Yeah,
Do that because
yeah.
we gonna do. I'm gonna do be more. Oh, ooh, ah, man, he's strong, man. He sound like, man, that boy look like he ran a long time to be ready to train for this. So we'll see, we'll see. But if y'all team ain't in the playoffs, if y'all feel like bandwagoning anywhere, you know,
Come on.
I know you Laker fans have come over here and started talking to us. You know, and we get this when you're a season ticket holder. You know what I'm saying? You get these little things they send to the house. You know what I'm saying? So
All I know is tomorrow night, State Farm Arena is gonna be on fire.
rocking. It's gonna be
Boy,
rocking.
they're gonna be in there cutting up.
Look,
We're
your
gonna have
team
everybody
will
there.
not know. Your team will not know. They may see you in Atlanta because all of them live here, but you know, just
Hey,
come up.
we're gonna have Boosie, we're gonna have 2 Chainz,
Oh
we're
yeah,
gonna have Migos,
yeah.
we're gonna have everybody there,
Chris
man.
Chris
It's gonna
Tucker,
be
we
a
got them
party.
all, baby. We
It's
got
gonna
them
be a
all. We
party,
got them
brother.
all. We gonna have Zion. We gonna have LeBron. We gonna have Dame Lillard. They all gonna be in town, coming to see the show, baby. Coming to see the show. Let us live. We don't never had nothing to live for. Let us live. Let us live.
Ice tray, baby.
Ice tray.
Ooh,
Hey
it's cold.
man, I got nothing for you. I got nothing else for you, man. You got anything else?
Nah, man, we'll catch them next week, and hopefully we can do this again, man. Thanks for y'all tuning in. Come back next week.
All right, man. Bright Idea Sports. Peace out.